The story of how the most famous sweets of Belarus are made. In the city of Bobruisk, more than half a century ago, the Krasny Pishevic factory started drying marshmallows on special wooden racks and making marshmallows in chocolate with nuts and coconut shavings. The composition of the marshmallow is simple: sugar, apple puree, pectin, and egg white. However, only technologists know the exact recipe. Ideally, sour apples are needed to make marshmallow, for example, Antonovka, but if these are not available, other sour apples are used. To produce 10 tons of marshmallow, about 3 tons of apples are required. They are used to make puree, which is mixed with pectin, sugar paste, and beaten egg whites. Sometimes strawberries and grated forest berries are added to the mass. After mixing, the mass is whipped to give it airiness. Every 15 minutes, the raw material for the future marshmallow is sent to a special container for molding, and from there, machines squeeze the marshmallow halves directly onto pine shelves. The marshmallow on the shelves is set and dried at a temperature of no more than 40 degrees so that the product's structure remains elastic. This process takes about a day. The technology of drying marshmallow on wooden trays is rarely used at other enterprises because it is a rather long process. However, its advantage is that it allows for the production of marshmallow with a high content of apple puree, up to 30%, and also preserves the vitamins from berry additives. The readiness of the product is determined in a special laboratory based on physical and chemical parameters such as humidity, acidity, and other characteristics. The workers manually glue the finished marshmallow halves together. This process is still not mechanized because no equipment has yet been invented that can glue such delicate and fragile pastry products. However, it is not as simple as it seems. The halves need to be glued perfectly, smoothly, quickly, and with attention to quality to avoid defects. The finished marshmallows are packed in containers of 3 or 6 pieces, and a special device wraps them in film and applies the logo. In the next workshop, handmade marshmallows with dark and white chocolate icing, as well as walnut and coconut shavings, are produced. The recipe and technology for making such marshmallows have not changed since Soviet times. The work is tedious and difficult. Workers need to properly dip the marshmallow in warm chocolate, the temperature of which is constantly maintained at a specific level, while avoiding crushing or smearing the delicate blanks, as this would result in defects. This site operates in 2 shifts and produces a little more than a ton of marshmallow per day. Such marshmallows are included in gift sets and are usually more expensive than the regular variety. Now let's see how chocolate-covered marshmallows are made on a fully automated line. The sugar, starch, apple puree, pectin, and egg white are fed into a special container where the raw material is whipped with a special aerator. After that, it is transferred to a depositor head, and then the marshmallow is placed on a conveyor belt. It passes through a long tunnel during which it has time to cool and dry. Then the halves are covered with natural chocolate, after which the batch is sent to another tunnel for the chocolate to cool. Finally, it is packed in a box. The main consumers of Bobruisk marshmallows are Belarusians, who eat about 7,500 tons of this sweet treat a year. Bobruisk marshmallows are also sent to Russia, where they can be found on the shelves of online stores. So subscribe to the channel to not miss the most interesting content. Click on the bell, like the video, and write your comment if you found it interesting.